chat time. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it quick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I caught the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do? When you show up on the scene with a two Drew on you and your friend and play a little 2-on-2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 18, Pioneer. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
They'll try and throw it here. He fires one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a... Instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Pass play on 1st and 10. Getting out to his left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they're going to have to regroup after this one. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Pass complete to Cook. And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing now, needing a first. He's got it to his running back. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break off to an angle, and break off the first down.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. They got a handful on the play. Now need a handful more. 5 yards on 2nd and goal.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Give to Williams from the gun. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. They only managed 1 on that carry. Now they're going to have 3rd and goal from the 5.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Touchdown, Arizona! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. This drive will begin with a run from Elliott. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. He sent a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Take it in on the right side by Pearsall. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. He'll throw it yet again. Finds his man. It's Demario Douglas. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Play action on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing it again here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's a throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Check. Ready?
Now a give to Cook, running left. And they had that one contained right at the line. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set.
Now looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on them.
He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the 1st. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Let's go.
They go play action on 1st. McBride hauls it in. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Neither side. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They're looking at 2nd and 4. From the 46, got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Elliott's on 1st and 10. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. They're down to their final 1 in this half. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's going to throw this one. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
To throw it on 1st down. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers start to fight back with their first points of this game. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers tie this game 7-7. Now is York to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
Trying it left side with Cook. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Throwing from the gun. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
That pass is complete to McBride. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15.
70 Rangers.
Back to throw. That's complete to St. Brown outright.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And the 49ers in a dime set now, 3rd down coming. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
19 tight. Let's go now. Cup 19. Cup 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready?
Pass play coming here. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
And he gets this forward to the 19.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Go! Check go!
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Let's go! Riggs! Go street! Take height! Rig alert!
Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. The Cardinals would take the lead with a score. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Running for the marker with Williams. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th?
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Here we go, go!
Going for it, it's Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Cook is in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals get some late points and the lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Elliott running out of the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. Second and 4. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Roger McCreary takes it away. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Crosses midfield, and he's still going. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, we know that every single possession in this league is a premium. And these ones right before halftime with the clock dwindling down, well, they become even bigger. Setting your offense up for success with a return like that, you couldn't script it any better.
Chased out to it, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Throw on 3rd down. Brought in by Elliott. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Whether they meant to go to him or as an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, so they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Butker knocks it through, and that makes this a 3-score game. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did. You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
That'll be complete to Elliott. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Third and long for him here. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. That pick six ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They're going play action. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 45 on 2nd down. That finds Elliott complete. Oh, working a couple of yards past the line. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. A give on third to Elliott. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From midfield now. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. From the 48. Got a man, Palmer has it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Handoff headed left to Elliott. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Pass play on 1st and 10. Rolling left, buying some time. He's going to keep it this time.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
On 2nd down, a run with Elliott. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Setting up a throw. Throw left side, complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Elliott. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd and 9. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Complete to Pearsall. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Yeah, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Flush down now to his left. And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Groupie sends it through. And that lowers the lead to 21.
Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
This is Cook. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Slot man in motion right. Cook trying this one up the gut. And that's good for a gain of 5. David Ojabo making that tackle. Gets him 5 back on that 1st down run. It's going to be 2nd and 15.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's Cardinals football, currently in position to advance in the postseason. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Let's go.
They go play action here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Look into the air here. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. New set of downs for him from the 46. Williams now on 1st and 10. Cuts right. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Nothing doing that time, and it leaves them on 2nd and goal. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. Buys time, rolling right. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. So the penalty yardage moves him a bit closer here for 3rd and goal.
Ready? 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hurt. Warrior, 70. 70 Timberwolf. Hurt.
Looking for a throw here. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. McPherson to add the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals continue piling on to this lead.
Kevin McPherson
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll come out throwing. Pearsall there to grab it. Hit some space around midfield. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a 49er first down.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Hits him on the in route. And they get this down to the 28. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw. And the Cardinals are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here we go, set.
Another one for Cook. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Mustang 19, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
To the air, 3rd and long. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Let's go.
Now run by Cook. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Smash, smash.
Again, it's Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Throwing on 3rd and long. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Cardinals first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now it's Cook. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Ready.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's going deep. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Come on.
Throwing from the gun here. He has the first over the middle. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, with a big gain on that play. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. They're now set for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Trying it left side with Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The defense takes its third and final timeout. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
At the 49-yard line.
Check go.
This is Cook on the handoff. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So that's going to make the field goal try a bit easier for them as the penalty gives them a free 5 yards. Evan McPherson lining up the field goal try. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Butker knocks it through. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. On a drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
19 Tiger. Go.
This drive will begin with a run from Elliott. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So the Cardinals fight to a win here at home. And they were the top-ranked